Well, I think that's what's interesting right now is some of the startup universities being built around an AI core. Matter in Space, our friend Paul LeBlanc's, right? You got New State University, Sasha Thackenberry, some ex-Duolingo employees, I think tentatively called Outsmart or something like that. These AI native universities, I think, may put that question at the fore. And I think as much with higher ed, I think part of the challenge, like we've seen in the Trump tug of war, I agree, it's distracting leaders from this question. And leaders have a very difficult time penetrating into the academic core at a lot of these places, right? To actually rethink the teaching and learning. And so that's part of it. And let's address maybe that segment and leave aside some of the more training focused colleges and universities, if you will. And just say, like, I think that faculty centered college and university experience, to me, AI doesn't replace the need for it. Like the number of autodidact learners, very small in the world. Yes, it's incredible to do just-in-time learning by having a conversation with ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. I'm using it all the time for that purpose when there's like an area of casual interest that comes up and I want to quickly dive deep and learn something about it. And foundational knowledge, learning, place to create connections, place to explore with deeper experiences, the extracurriculars that I think are actually extremely valuable in figuring out what you want to go do and the things that energize you and that colleges and universities should probably be leaning more in on to make it an intentional part of the experience so that every single student is graduating with real experience, where they're actually using AI in the context of that and then reflecting on purpose to understand, what does it mean about me as an individual? Like, where do I want to lean in? This seems to me, Jeff, like an actually centering opportunity for the college and university to become more relevant and more tied to what I think students really need and they might want to do. But it forces a recognition that the job to be done is not actually the classes themselves.
Well, right. And that leads us, I think, to a very good point, Michael. I was just actually wondering when you would get to the job to be done here. Yeah. Because it was brought up in this New Yorker piece, does college just essentially become a personal development retreat, as they put it? I'll put retreat in quotes.
Quotes, yes.
Sounds kind of nice to me, right? Maybe the lazy rivers will actually serve a purpose at that point. But this idea that we know, for example, we know that students have been less disengaged or more disengaged after the pandemic. We know the work of Anxious Generation and Jonathan Haidt around concerns about are students ready for the workplace and college in general, right? The whole social, emotional aspect of colleges, right? And we also know that work and work-based learning is more critical than ever before. And I brought this up before, Randy Bass at Georgetown has talked about the two cultures problem in higher ed. It used to be between the humanities and sciences. He now believes it's between academic learning and experiential learning.